Happy Friday. So here I am in a different location this time. You can probably see behind me there's a different background and I'm wearing a bit more clothes than I normally would because I'm back in the UK. And just leading up to the festive season, just come home to visit family and see my dad, who's not 100% well at the moment. So I'm here in very cold England, and it's been a bit of a drastic shock coming from 20 something degrees in Singapore into winter of England. It's been 2 years since I've been here, but there's some very fond memories of this house because it's my family house. It's my family house in Surrey, and coming back here, there's been some reminiscing of my own that I've been doing since I've been here because it has memories, right? You know, these locations and places where we grew up, they have memories, and they unlock them for us when we go there. And it's very apt as to what we're talking about here, because we're talking about reminiscing in this third hack that I've released this week. So the third hack is all about positive reminiscence. And the idea behind this is that there's certain times where we've really enjoyed, there's certain times where we've really felt at our best and on top of the world, and things have gone really well when we're in that mode. And we recognize that there's other days where it's not quite that level of joy that is running through our veins. So the idea behind this hack is to tap into the memory of when you were in the happier, more joyful times, to be able to change the mood and to be able to switch modes a little bit from mediocre or perhaps not being particularly happy or feeling like doing something, and using that memory and tapping into the emotion, the high energy emotion that you felt at the time, just to shift mood. It's like shifting gears in a car. Now, I used to do this. Some of you might know that I used to work in media for many years. I worked in a TV company called Fox. Some of you might watch their shows, and no, it wasn't the news side. It was purely just the fun side of entertainment. That's usually the question that people ask when they hear that name. But it was a busy life. Working day was very busy, and there were some times that I recognized that I was really on top of my game and things were awesome, and there were other days where I just found it a little bit harder to get myself into the right zone, into the right mode. So I used to just take myself away for a moment before I went into a meeting, before I had to do something that I really needed to be alert and aware of what was going on, and just take myself aside for 1 minute just to hi Carly, hi Chris, I see you're watching. If you're watching, just give me a little wave. So I just took myself away and I'd shut my eyes for a moment, and I would recall those times where I felt at my best, that time when I felt like I really aced that meeting, that time where I felt like I had a really good conversation with somebody and had an outcome, and turned a conversation around in the way that I wanted it to go. Whatever it was. Some people tell me actually they think about their children, like little bundles of joy that can just shift mode for them. So whatever it is for you, you can use that. But for me in this instance, I used to think about, before I was going into a meeting, when was I at my best? When was I able to admit to myself, actually I was pretty awesome that day, and think about what happened and how I was, and just tap into that energy so that I can start to feel it in the moment now, because it's there somewhere internally. It's there. It didn't come, it didn't go anywhere. I just have to re-find it and reconnect to it, and then go into that meeting and be able to deliver what I need to deliver. Equally, I could probably say, even going out today, I probably need a little bit of reminiscence. Hi Sue, hi Kenneth, thanks for joining. Even today, it's like, I don't know, 9 degrees outside. It's really windy, and I've got to go out straight after this live. And there's part of me that just wants to curl up, and light this fire behind me and not go out. But I really do need to go out after this. So I've got to muster up some positive energy to get myself to face the cold and go and do what I need to do today. So this positive reminiscence will help me do that, as it will you guys as well. So think about the times where, you know, that you've treasured, and they are joyful times, and they just kind of light something up inside of you. There's some fire in your belly that just feels good. And allow yourself just to reconnect to that moment, how you felt, you know, who you were in that moment, and how you were being, how you were communicating, because it's all there. You just got to reconnect to it so you can then bring it into the present moment, and you know, fuel yourself off of the same emotions and the same energies so that you can be at your best in the moment. So look, I'd really love to hear with the hacks that I've been releasing, and we're on the third one now, whether any of you have been able to apply any of them, or you've been able to use any of them. I'd love to hear from you what's been going well, whether any little sort of nugget that you've been able to take away that's been able to help you in some way, because of course that's why I do this. I'm sharing this with you. I know these things, but I'm sharing them with you because I want people to also benefit from it. So I'd really love to hear. Please don't be shy. You know, if you're watching this now, let me know. If you're watching this on a rerun, just, you know, drop it in the comments as to anything that I've talked about today that you think, yeah, I could take that, and that could be really useful in a particular area. Or maybe, you know, there's been other hacks that I've shared with you the last couple of times, and actually one of those really worked for you, or it's really stuck with you. You know, there's certain things that really stick with us, and we think, oh, right, I'm going to use that when this happens. Hi, Hazel, Hasleen, how you doing? Nice to see you. So yeah, it'd be great to really hear from you as well about what's working, what's going well, and of course, if you've got any tips as well around how you can keep yourself into a positive frame of mind, and how you've been able to shift yourself out of, you know, the more kind of, oh, don't want to do this, the more negative modes. It'd be awesome to hear from you guys as well. You know, I don't want to stand here as like the one and only expert in this area. You guys are going to know some stuff too, and it'd be great to be able to share that collectively with each other. So the last couple of lives that I've done, I've just been asking you to invite other people in, and thanks to those of you that have. There's been some new additions that have been coming in, because I can see that you're inviting them in, so I know that the content that I'm sharing with you is useful for you, and also you think it's useful enough for others to, you know, for you to invite your friends in as well. So thank you for doing that. Let's keep going. Let's keep growing the group so we can collectively, you know, have a group of people where we can grow together, where we can just share experiences and learn from one another. I think we're out about 220 now, so I want to get to that 500 mark, and then of course, as a little gift to you, once we get to that 500 mark, then as I said, I would release a free course in the group for you to benefit from as well. So we're coming up to the festive season. I couldn't find my Santa hat. I really wanted my Santa hat today to use for this Facebook Live, because I thought it'd be fun. But I've got the Christmas tree behind me, whichever side it is. I've got the Christmas tree behind me. It's about as festive as it's getting here without my hat. So look, I wish you all a happy festive season and a happy Christmas. Obviously, the next Facebook won't be till after Christmas, so you would have had your festivities. So whatever you're doing with loved ones, with family, whatever you're up to, have a wonderful time, and I will see you for the fourth hack after Christmas. Take care, guys. Bye bye.